We're back then with video number 2 for Marvel Strike Force today, so this is a bit of a record. Before, I used to normally do about 3-4 uploads a day for Marvel Strike Force, but of course, if you've been following the channel, the uploads have been a bit lighter after playing the game every day for 2 years. It does start to get a little bit stale, so that's one of the reasons. There are quite a few, but that's one of the reasons why we haven't had as many uploads. But we've got 2 uploads today, so a little bit of a treat for you, for anyone that does like watching the videos, of course. So we managed to get in the last video, we opened round about 100 red star orbs, and we managed to get, as you can see, a 5 red star Ebony Maw. So you should be pretty sweet once we actually upgrade them. I'm going to just go all in. You can see I've saved up 12 million gold. I have a feeling I'll probably run out of training mats when I'm leveling them up, but I'm going to see how high I can get them. And I think I've got around about 600 of your tier 4 materials as well. So as mentioned, we're really going to go in, see how high we can get them leveled up. I'll give the first impressions as usual, like I normally do, like breaking down the stats and so on and showing off animations. And then once we've done all that, what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of gameplay with the full Black Order team as well. And when you have the full team and Thanos casts his ultimate and defeats an enemy, something very special happens. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely amazing. So I will give Foxnet credit for that. They've done really well with that. But let's go in, and what we'll do actually first is I'll recruit them and I'll rank them up first, and we'll see how high we can get them power level wise. Okay, so let's go and we'll train them up, see how high we can go. I can get up to 71, and then I run out of the training mats. They really are a bit of a bottleneck now, which is a pain. That costs a whopping 4.2 million gold to do that, and I'm trying to save up again for Symbiote Spidey milestones, but we'll go for it anyway. I got them at 5 red stars, so it would be a shame not to go all in with them. So already, without anything else really upgraded there, we're sitting at 87,000 health. His health does look to be actually high, and on the subject of that, let me actually show off the stats here, because I've broken them down. I've got it written down here. So the health is coming in at an A rating. That's really high and will be relevant when we look at, I believe it's his ultimate. You've then got, let's see, his damage was a B. It's definitely on the higher side. Armour was really low. That's way down at an F, so you need to watch out for that. It'll be taking full damage from attacks near enough. We then have focus on the higher side, relevant to his kit. That's up at an A. Resistance was an A, and then speed, he's pretty zippy, 122 for speed, so that is actually an A rating as well. So he's got an A on, that would be, let's see, health, focus, resistance and speed, so that's really pretty decent in that regard. So if you get good stats and a good kit, then you're going to be a pretty good character. But what I'll need to do from here, and it does take a moment, is upgrade his gear as much as I can, and then I'll upgrade his abilities, and then I'll come back. So it seems then that the hoarding of materials is definitely paid off at the moment without going for any tier 4s, which I may actually do during this video. I've got them up at 56,000 power, so that's really pretty nice there. But let's go in and I'll talk about the skills and tell you which ones I would upgrade. So let's have a look. First one we've got here, I've got them all at level, or I was about to say level 6, obviously the passive isn't at level 6, that's at level 4. I've got them all at the penultimate level. So you've got Needle Storm, which is the basic. So with this, your attacking primary target is 70% piercing, and then your bonusing attack 2 times for 60% piercing. So let's see, that would be 190 you'll do in total there. Applying bleed if the primary target is a hero controller, so that actually applies to a lot of heroes, but probably the most important one is it'll be applying to Jean there. Then you apply bleed for 2 turns instead. You get an additional 10 piercing to the primary target if you fully max it out, and an additional bonus attack. So let's see, that would be around about another 60% piercing there on a single target. His damage rating was a B. Don't think that's worthwhile. Maybe if you're going all in the Black Order team, yes, but at the moment I wouldn't upgrade that one. We then have Insidious Whisper. So this one here, you'll be using turn number 1. You apply defense up to self and all allies, apply counter to self and all Black Order and Thanos allies, and then apply a fence down for 2 turns to all enemies, and you clear counter from all enemies as well. So the counter part's coming by the Black Order, but the really important parts, the defense up and defense down, apply to all characters. So that is what kind of makes Ebony Maw a lot more interesting in regards to team compositions. If you max it out, I'm just about to do that, you apply defense up for 2 turns. I would say that's worthwhile doing, so let's actually just do that just now. We'll see where his power levels go to as well. That's 58,000 now, so let's check out the next ability. The next one here is Force Transfusion, so a lot going on with this one. You'll be using it turn number 2 generally. You steal 3% health from all enemies and redistribute it to all allies. It bypasses heal block. Repeat this attack 4 additional times, so in total you'll be doing 12%. You'll be stealing, and then apply slow to all enemies for 2 turns. Each attack redistributes a maximum of 25% of this character's max health, so that's to stop another Minerva or Phoenix scenario there, so it will be capped out. So let's just say it was 25%. If we actually look at his health, kind of work this out on the fly, so 10% would be 14,000, 28. You're looking at about 30,000 each attack would do, but he's doing that attack potentially, let's see, so he's doing it once, then he's doing it the 4 times, so you're 5 times you're doing that, so it could do a decent amount of damage there. So let's see, if you were to max it out, then you are filling the speed bar for self and all allies by 5% per Black Order and Thanos allies, so one really only if you're running the full Black Order team, not if you're using them as a hybrid raid character for example, and you reduce speed bar for all enemies by 5% per Black Order and Thanos allies. Now, I think if you're using them for arena, either offense or defense, then you want to upgrade this, but personally it's not one that I would be upgrading. The passive is Envoy of Thanos, so this one here on spawn you're gaining 2 regeneration, 2 death proof, immunity for 2 turns, and you fill an ally Thanos speed bar by 25% per Black Order ally, so he's getting his turns straight away really, and he's getting all the gems and becoming empowered, which is amazing. On ally Thanos turn, if he doesn't have the Reality Stone, Time Stone or Soul Stone, you grant him them, plus regeneration, death proof and immunity for 2 turns. Can only be done once per match of course, and then on death of an enemy hero controller, so that'll be Phoenix once again, you gain charged, apply immunity to all allies, so that way hard defense down won't actually apply, and you barrier them as well. But when you're going in raids for example, if you're taking down hero controllers, that's going to be really useful, so interesting to see that, and it's all allies, it's not just Black Order. Also with this, if charged on enemy turn, apply ability block to all hero controller enemies and then lose charge, so Phoenix can't fire off her ultimate either, and it cannot be dodged. If you max out, you're also gaining 20% resistance. Black Order and Thanos allies gain 20% resistance. Well, that's not maxed out, sorry, that's baked into the tier 4, but if you max out you get another 10% resistance. Black Order and Thanos allies gain 30% resistance. With passives like resistance or focus, I always say go in and play and actually see if you're being resisted or if you're not getting your debuffs off or so on, and if you're not, then at that point upgrade it, but I wouldn't upgrade it straight away. So the only one I would really max out straight away would be the special, which I've already done, and that gives them, as mentioned, close to 59,000 power. So that's pretty nice. Now what I'll actually do, normally I show off the animations, but I'll actually just jump in and we'll do a match with the full Black Order to show them off, because animations are nice for Ebony Maw, they're actually really nice, but I really want to show off the Black Order team with Thanos as well. So this will be the Black Order team I'm using here. Power level wise not too high, but Thanos is 80,000. Now Cull Obsidian is only 20,000, which means he could get taken out quickly, but he's really just there. I'm really just using the full Black Order team so we can get empowered Thanos, because he's amazing. We can show him off alongside Ebony Maw. Now it will be Nexus 8.3, which is one of the hardest stages you can actually do, so let's jump into this. So we'll keep this on ×1 here to show them off, because what happens with Thanos is pretty amazing. Ebony Maw looks great as well, but I would say empowered Thanos is the start of the show. You can see him getting all the gems, normal animation there, and then you get this additional animation, and he changes into, I would say Infinity Thanos, that's the version from Ultimate Alliance 3, changes into the empowered version. So if we look at the passive here very quickly, character's health is full at the start of the match. The first time the Black Order ally drops below 50% health, you gain speed bar and regen, you get additional resistance there, and you're lowering damage and armour by 10% for all enemies, something we've never seen before, so that's really interesting. But the basic that we're about to fire off, attack primary and adjacent targets for 240% damage and apply bleed, and you've got a chance to gain counter as well. These are just at level 6 I believe for all of them, so that was 60,000 damage on that, really pretty amazing. We're just going to fire through the other abilities. I'm not trying to do a perfect run or show off how you play them. So Thanos gets another turn. Why he gets it so quick I'm not quite sure, but he gets another turn. So with this you flip all negative effects to positive effects for all allies, and then you flip 3 positive effects to negative effects for all enemies. Apply Taunt to Cull Obsidian, meaning he'll probably get taken out soon, but his job's done. Gave the stone to Thanos, and it's unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Now now's not really the time to use it, because there's nothing really to flip that's positive, but I'm going to show off the animation alone. So there's a time stone, looks like he's turning everything back there. So that's really nice, quite inventive way to do that. And then we'll have the ultimate, which I don't believe we can use for another 1 or 2 turns, and as far as I can tell there's 2 animations on it. Both of them are absolutely amazing, so no matter what one we get in this video, it will look awesome. That animation there on Ebony Maw actually looks really nice as well. There we go. A lot of regen on them now. Now would have been the time to use a special on Thanos probably, with all these buffs to flip. Just wanting to show it off anyway. Let's taunt up here. I really am loving this team and what they've done. As much as Ebony Maw is the first impression character here, it's all about what he does for Thanos as part of the full team. Really great idea on him. Curious if they'll do that with any other characters, if there's any other characters that work in that way, that once they've got a full team, you would get another version of them. But here's this heal. I believe it's not actually working when you look at the amount of heals, because we did work it out, but if you look at this, it's a tiny amount that it actually takes. So that's only like 4,000 there. It should be way higher than that, so I'm pretty sure that isn't working at all. We're stuck with the taunt here, so just fire it off on the outside. We're just really getting through the abilities here so I can get the ultimate on Thanos. That is incredible. Let's just fire this off in the middle here. That attack looked like it should have done a cleave effect, the way he jumped up and slammed down rather than single target. Come on. There's your counter attacks there, paybacks. We've got the basic. Let's fire this off. Looked nice actually, the way that was dodged by or blocked by the shield. So there's 6 enemies remaining. And here we go for this one here. So I think if you finish up the match you get a specific animation, and if you're just doing your regular damage you get this one here. Let's show this off. There we go, straight from Infinity War. Destroying the moon and punching it down. There's a speed bar going down as well. So that's pretty awesome there. We won't get the ultimate again. And to be honest, we've shown off most of the animations below. I was going to finish up the video there, but I'll actually just quickly finish off the match to see if we can see anything else interesting that happens with the team. Power level wise, as mentioned, they are on the lower side, but 80,000 Thanos, so I've really been concentrating on. Recently got them to tier 14. It's doing really pretty nice for me. Let's just go for this. It's going to be interesting to see a maxed out Black Order team, how they actually work and how hard a maxed out Thanos will work. One of the players in my alliance has got a 7 red star Thanos. He's around about 123,000 power, I believe, so I can't even imagine what an empowered version of that would be like. It's just taking an age to actually take them down here. Well, again, just due to the power levels all over the place. We've got an 80,000 character, 240,000, 159,000 and 120,000. It's just so hard with resources to level up everyone and concentrate on your other teams as well. Here we go for Thanos again. You're just going to be getting that ultimate once a match by the looks of it, which is a bit of a pity, so we're not going to see the second one. The second one is where he does the snap. They turn to dust and fade away. Here we go for this once again. See the animation? It does look great. All the stones going up there to protect them. And then the attack on the other characters. And we're almost done. Just Minerva left. Let's see who's going to finish her off. counter-attack there, 38,000 counter-attack, that's pretty amazing. Then an additional counter-attack. Let's just go for this once more, just so we can show it off. Animation does look great. They have done exceptionally well with this team, I do enjoy them. That final attack, not yet. Going to be Cull Obsidian actually, I think, out of all the characters to get the final hit here. Weakest one. Yeah, it was. But there we go, that's the Black Order team and Ebony Maw. I know that Thanos did overtake the video a little bit towards the end there, but it is absolutely amazing and he's worthwhile showing off. So let me know if you got him unlocked in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know what you think of him and the team, and thanks for tuning in and stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon.